everyone, welcome to game number 4. We're in game number 4. 4. So what's going on? We're in game 4 of the series, which means one side's at 2, the other side's at 1 in a best of 5. I'm not going to say which, because if you don't know, that means you didn't watch the previous games. So go back and watch them. If you're on the YouTube playlist, just click back. If you're in the Twitch chat, well, someone will answer your question in a minute on what the actual score is. But you're also going to see live what the score is, so that's got to have some value. So if you haven't had a chance to go back, this is your last spoiler warning as we're getting ready to go right now. Hunters are dropping in, so scoreboard's going to be up in 3, 2, 1. We're going in right now. We have ourselves a Hunters versus Monster. We have a Hyde, Rogue Val, Hank, Crow versus a Wraith. We have the good old Orbital Abuse launching over our Hank. Going to be making sure the Mad Viking is dropping orbitals from Valhalla. Actually, oh my god. Hi-ho! Bring it on forward. Don't look at me like that. Apparently people are judging me in the background. It's okay! Because we're watching Valhalla. Oh man, look at that booty. Booty! Booty! Anyway, so we have a Wraith that actually went into the jungle. And we have a Rogue Val, Hyde, Hank, Crow. So we have like a combo between high damage aggro and not. So we almost have full dots. Like, I don't know what to call this comp. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, so Wraith is now outlined. We got ourselves a Trank Dart in the race. So we know that he is indeed in the jungle. So Mad Viking's going to be getting himself into position so we can get a good sightline. One-man army is looking to throw a Gobi. Come on, Gobi him. Oh, Venom Hounds. No, Venom Hounds must throw toxic on poisonous. Must throw poison on poison animals. That makes sense. But it works, so hey, what does it mean? So we're going in right now. We do see that we have a decoy Wraith going to be going in, and we see that he is trying to burst through Timmy the Tyrant's pit. This is Timmy's pit, though. Will he be able to get the dome? Come on, one-man army. Be that one-man army going for it, and he doesn't get it. Oh, well. Next time. One man. You'll get him next time. One man versus a Wraith. He must traverse the Tyrant pit. However, the Wraith has escaped his dome. Yeah, boy. So going around, we got Pete getting flushing right now. He's trying to see what he can do, but Reavers are kind of making a mess of him right now. Kalmari's going to have to catch up. They're going to be dealing with the Megamouth, which is going to slow them down as Inferno's on the run. Not quite sure where he is. We know that he's somewhere up in this direction near the barracks, so we'll have to see what happened. Oh, it looks like, did we get an outline? Wow, we actually got a Gobi outline. Nice job, one-man army. Going in, we got a 3-point Warp Blast, 2-point Abduct, 1-point Decoy. Whoa, that is an aggressive dome when your team is nowhere near. Looking to see if he can grab. Does not get the pickup. And we see that one-man army, however, is juking like a boss. Be able to keep himself alive. Going on in, though. Will he be able to keep the Wraith's pressure alive? And it looks like we're going to be going in right now. Does actually see the Wraith right now. Warp blasting in. Does connect on one-man army. Not quite able to get the Mad Viking as he does escape. Using his Viking wiles. Going to be using his beard to protect him. Does keep himself. The orbital coming in. Launching Mad Viking over to the side. Using it not only to damage the monster and lock him down in an area, but to knock himself within line of sight of the monster so we could shoot the monster if needed. There he is. Does look to be mitigating at this point, looking to see what he can grab. Does grab Kalmari. Kalmari's going to get pulled on back. Looking to see what he can grab right now. Here comes the Warp Blast on 1, 2, and 3. Going in, does see one-man army after the side. Kalmari does have his Heal Burst available, meaning making him not an ideal target. Looking to see what they can do. They are going to be whittling down that armor. He does Warp Blast out of it, back into the Toxic, trying to see what he can grab. And he does actually just barely breaking armor. There's the armor break. Get some extra poison in, which means they do get a little bit of health damage. Not too much, though. Decoy going to be used. But there is that poison tick, so that would reveal him for the first couple seconds if it mattered. Here comes Gobi with the reveal, though. Going to be making sure they're able to see that decoy, but not the main body. Warp Blast is going to be used, which means that it's time to hide the main body of the monster, as he is now on the run. Alright, what's up? What's up, Cheyenne? I see you in there. But yeah, so we got Inferno going on, doing what he does, dealing lots of damage. Oh, not Inferno, sorry. We have Pete doing damage with the Inferno flame gun. That is going to be a flamethrower. And we have Pete doing what he does. Everything's kind of looking kind of normal as they're locking down. Going towards the jungle, try to see what they can get. They did get a little sliver of HP, though, off Inferno from the get-go. We have birds getting triggered over towards the southern region of the map, heading towards the town, which I can't show you the mini-map because it's locked out. But the mini-map would basically be like, here's barracks up here, here's town, here's jungle, which is where they are right now, and here's thingy, helipad, and town is where they're heading because they're just passing through the jungle on the western side and heading towards the southern region of the map. Looking at it, here we go. We got a toxic grenade being used to get rid of that crowbill sloth. I'm trying to see. It looks like they're going to be setting up by the looks of it. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get a spot. Oh, we have birds right now in the jungle, so we did actually double back towards the jungle, so it did actually work out in their favor that they were stationary, which they probably knew something that I missed. So it's all good. Gobi now being thrown out, trying to get the spotlight. Here comes the Abducto going back. Does actually land the poison dart. Does not land it on Crow, but does land it on Kalmari, a.k.a. Rogue Val. Warp Blast is being used, so we're going to have to see what exactly goes on right here. Kalmari is at about half HP, but he'll regen that very quickly. Decoy being used, trying to see if he can get some lockdown on it. Here we go. We have Tyrant in the pit, though. Warp Blast is being used. Does connect on 2. Goes after one-man army. Just kidding. Goes straight after Mad Viking. Wants the beard. Wants some tasty beards. And here comes the Orbital. Going to connect on 1, 2, and doesn't get the third blast. Timmy the Tyrant's a little bit calm in the pit. Now he's a little pissed off at Pete. Shouldn't have lit him on fire, Pete. What can I say? Here comes the Warp Blast, though. Goes right on Mad Viking. Doesn't get the connection, though. Does land the Abduct. He's going straight for Hank. Wants to get rid of the Mad Viking. Wants that tasty beard goodness. Timmy the Tyrant coming in for some help. Does actually lock down Kalmari, making sure he's not able to get the heals. And there comes the heal burst a little bit too late, and down goes Kalmari. That's 2 strikes at the cost of no health. He's going to be splitting up these bodies so that they can't do 2 at once. They have to choose one or the other. One-man army's going for the pickup, though. Not quite able to get it because the body is behind the building. So they're going to be able to make sure to get that pickup. One-man army's trying so hard to get that pickup. He is grappling Pete, going for it. Does get the Abduct on Wad Viking. Here comes the Warp Blast, going to connect and does get rid of it. It's 1 strike on everyone except for one man. Trying to see where he can pick up right now. Trying to see if he can get up. Kalmari not quite able to get. Personal shield is used by Pete. Pete's trying to keep himself alive. Here comes the Warp Blast, though. Connects on Mad Viking. Mad Viking's trying to run, but gets abducted back into the fight. And we see, oh no, Mega Mouth coming in. Oh no, the wildlife is just devastating this team right now as he just get picked up by everything and mounds. Mange. Down goes the Hunter team. And the Monsters are on a clean sweep right now, bringing the score to a 2-2 tie, putting us in a tiebreaker situation between the Jackals versus Sector 7G. But that's it. That's all for now. As we're going to the next match, if you're in the YouTube play, let's go to the next one, and we'll see what's happening. But in the meantime, that's it. That's all. Wraith wins Stage 2, and we're going into the tiebreaker to see what exactly is happening. As the Monsters are on a clean sweep. So, if you want to see the next video on the playlist, go click that next button on the right-hand side. If you like this video, click the like button. If you want to subscribe, click the subscribe button. It's all up to you. The power is within your hands. If you're on Twitch, then click the follow button if you haven't already. If you have, then, well, guess what that means? You're followed, and that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. But in the meantime, that's it. That's all for now. Let's do the quick fading fit out for the sake of editing. If you're on the Twitch, if you're on the YouTube, this is where you go to the next video in the playlist. It's really that simple. But in the meantime, that's it. That's all. Toodles. Have a good time, and we'll be back in a bit with more matches. Boom!